You guys got to check out this video.
Seventh, I will protect the right of self-defense everywhere it is under siege, and I will sign concealed carry reciprocity. Your Second Amendment does not end at the state line.
So this is really exciting. As you guys know, last Tuesday, Donald Trump won a second term as president of the United States in a resounding victory in the Electoral College, even won the popular vote. And I think a lot of people in our community, in the 2A community, are wondering, what's a second term going to look like? He doesn't have to run for re-election. These are two non-consecutive terms, so it's a little bit different than what we've historically seen in the United States. I think it's the second time where someone has been elected in non-consecutive terms. And so a lot of people don't know, because we've had some wins and losses under Trump's first term. We had the bump stock ban, which was, in my opinion, very unwarranted, and that was a response to the Las Vegas shooting, which was horrific. But I don't think that there's ever a reason to enact a law that only affects law-abiding citizens. They're not the problem. And then we had things in the courts that went our way very well, the Bruin decision, all of that kind of stuff. So it's been a very, very kind of wins and losses, and not necessarily 100%. But I do think that this video specifically gives us an idea of what he's wanting to do. And national reciprocity is one of those things that the 2A community has been really advocating for, and saying the need is very great for this, because we don't want to have to worry about being thrown in jail just because we have a concealed carry gun on us as we cross a state line. And maybe we forget that we're still wearing it. We don't realize we're across state lines. There's a million different scenarios that could lead to us being thrown in jail unwarranted, just because we have a concealed carry firearm on us. Historically, law-abiding citizens are not the problem. They are not the thing that you have to worry about. They are always the ones that are going to step in and stop crimes from happening. And so with this in mind, I think it's a really important thing for us to see that he's taking these active steps to say, I'm going to sign an executive order to enact national reciprocity. Now, what's that going to look like? Because, we rant and rave about out of control executive orders, executive action from, the previous president, the current president. But we always like when to kind of go our way. But what I think he's doing here is strategic. I think that he is going to push out this executive order, and I think that it's going to result in probably 5 to 10 states. And we all know the usual suspect that will immediately sue once that executive order goes into effect. California, Illinois, New Jersey, New York, all of the usual suspects will sue, and that will trigger a court battle. And this is a very, very important point, because a lot of executive orders get legally challenged, and a lot of times they end up in the Supreme Courts. So the Supreme Court is currently made up of, for the most part, a pro-2A body. And so it will be very, very interesting to see how this works out and how it shakes out, because I do think that the possibility of national reciprocity for concealed carry is very, very close, probably closer and more likely than it ever has been. So let's hope that the Supreme Court actually does their job and gives the people of the United States their rights to keep and bear arms, no matter what state they are in and no matter where they are. It's a national right, and this should be something that the federal government rules on. Most of the time, I would be for a smaller government, but this is something that the federal government absolutely has the right to do. And we should be able to tell these states that, hey, you're not going to infringe upon people's rights just because they're in your state. You have to allow them to carry their guns. You have to allow them their Second Amendment rights. Your First Amendment rights don't change just because you cross state lines. So your Second Amendment rights should not either. Guys, this video is brought to you by Vertex. Vertex is the industry leader in tactical clothing and bags, concealed carry, pouches and fanny packs. We are really excited to be partnering with them, and they have a really awesome deal. If you guys use the code Savages20 at checkout, you get 20% off. And that's just a way for you guys to support us and also get some amazing gear from Vertex. I've been wearing Vertex pants and shirts for years. I've used their bags for years. I have their Defiant jeans. I still have yet to wear a pair of their Defiant jeans out. They're very durable no matter what you're doing. If you're going to the mall, they look great. If you are hiking through the woods, they will hold up. So check out vertex.com and use that code Savages20 at checkout for 20% off. We'll see you guys next time in the next video.